Good morning, students. Welcome to the online class of Standard 8, and we'll continue the chapter Father Self. And this is chapter 4 in your English literature book. And it's a beautiful story of a boy whose name is Swaminathan, Swami, and his excuse for not going to school, how he makes prayers to God that the school building will turn into dust and there would be some earthquake. And finally, all these prayers didn't work, perhaps, so he made an excuse for not going to school. And what was that excuse? He told that he has headache, and the mother, she suggested him to stay at home. But what about father? The father was very angry on him, and he said that you loaf less, you wander less on Sundays, and then you won't have any headache. And now let's come what happened. So Swami knew that his father was very stubborn and he will never listen, and so he had to change his tactics. And what he did, he just told that he had headache, but now he can't go late to school. And if he will go late, what will happen? The teacher will beat him. And Swaminathan's father, he just wanted to know, really he beats children? And what is his name? So, what was the name of the teacher? Samuel. And then he was inquisitive. He wanted to know more about this matter. And he asked Swami that does he beat the boys? And let's see what Swami told to his father. He is very violent, especially with boys who came late. Some days ago, a boy was made to stay on his knees for a whole period in a corner of the class because he came late, and that too after getting 6 cuts from the cane and having his ears twisted. I wouldn't like to go late to Samuel's class. When Swaminathan's father asked him about not going to school, and he gave the excuse that his teacher Samuel is very violent and he punishes students who come late. And what he does, and he gave an example of the boy, he just cited an example that a boy came late to the class, and what he had to do, and he had to kneel down for the whole period in a corner of the classroom. And that was the only punishment he got? No. He got how many cuts? He got 6 cuts from the cane. He was bitten with the cane, and there were 6 cuts in his hand, and even his ears were twisted by the teacher. And he just gave a very lucid, very you can say detailed description of violence activity of Samuel. And he said that he wouldn't like to go late to Samuel's class, otherwise he will also undergo this kind of suffering. Then father said, if he is so violent, why not tell your headmaster about it? Then Swami said, they say that even the headmaster is afraid of him. He is such a violent man. Then, when father asked that why don't they complain or why don't they tell it to the headmaster that the teacher Samuel is so violent and he punishes students for no reason, and when he said that, Swaminathan told that, oh, do you know, father, everybody says that the headmaster is also afraid of him, that he is such a violent person. So even the headmaster is afraid of him. So what do you think? Whatever Swami is telling, is it right or wrong? Or he is only making an excuse for not going to school? And let's see what happened. And then Swami gave a lurid account of Samuel's violence. Lurid means shocking. How, when he started caning, he wouldn't stop till he saw blood on the boy's hand, which he made the boy press to his forehead like a vermilion marking. Just like tilak, vermilion means sindoor, tilak, and Swami hoped. So, what happened? Now, Swami saw that the father is quite curious. He is interested in his description. Wanted to know more about it. So, what he did? He gave a lurid, he gave a shocking description of Samuel's violence. And he said that how he wouldn't stop until he saw blood on the hand of the boys. He keeps on caning, he keeps on beating the children with the cane until blood comes out from their hand. And when the blood comes out, what he does? He makes the children press it, he makes the boys press it on his forehead like a vermilion marking. Like tilak, he makes them smear on the forehead. And by telling this, Swami thought that father would definitely not want Swami go to school so late because the teacher is so violent. So he will never want Swami to be beaten up like this. Swami hoped that with this his father would be made to see that he couldn't go to his class late. Swami was very happy because he gave such a violent description of Samuel's behavior, his punishment, that he thought that father would say, "Oh, don't go, you stay at home. You don't go to the class so late, otherwise, you will be beaten up," like that. Swami hoped that with this description, Swami's father would say him not to go to school. Rather, he will stay at home. And Swami was very confident about that. But father's behavior took an unexpected turn. He became excited. What do these swine mean by beating our children? They must be driven out of service. I will see. So Swami's father became excited. Swami thought his father would allow him to stay at home after listening to the violence behavior of Samuel, but his father decided something, and he took it as a challenge, and he said that these people must be driven out of service. And how these people or people like Samuel could beat our children, they must be driven out of service. And then let's see what happened. The result was he proposed to send Swami late to his class as a kind of challenge. He was also going to send a letter with Swami to the headmaster. No amount of protest from Swami was of any avail. Swami had to go to school. So, the result which he expected was quite different. What was the result of this? Swami's father got excited. He thought that these people should be taught a lesson, and he sent Swami late to the class as a kind of challenge. And he, along with Swami, sent a letter to the headmaster, and Swami was trying his best to avoid this situation. So he protested, but it was of any avail, means it was of no use. So Swami couldn't do anything. He had to go to school late. By the time he was ready, father had composed a long letter to the headmaster, put it in an envelope and sealed it. So now when Swami was getting ready, wearing his uniform and getting ready to school, so his father wrote down, compose means wrote a long letter to the headmaster. About whom? About Samuel the teacher. And he put it in an envelope and sealed it. Let's see what happened next. You can understand the situation of Swami, no? What have you written, father? Swaminathan asked apprehensively. He was very afraid by that time, and he asked, "What have you written?" Nothing for you. Give it to your headmaster and go to your class. Swami's father gave him orders not to open it, rather, you go to the school and give it to your headmaster, and after that, you will go to your classroom. Have you written anything about our teacher, Samuel? Plenty of things about him. When your headmaster reads it, he will probably dismiss Samuel from the school and hand him over to the police. What has he done, father? Well, there is a full account of everything he has done in the letter. Give it to your headmaster and go to your class. You must bring an acknowledgement from him in the evening. Now Swami got trapped. He didn't want to go to school, but now the situation has gone out of his hands. He said, Father, what has he done? And the father said that he has written everything about Samuel. And after reading the letter, what will happen? The headmaster, he will dismiss him. He will suspend him from the job. Samuel will no longer be there in the school. So he will probably dismiss Samuel, and then what will happen? He will hand him over to police. So Swami really got afraid about this, and he said, what has he done? He has done nothing. So Swami was in a fix. What he will do now? He can't escape from this situation because the situation was created by himself only, and he knew that father is very stubborn. He won't listen. So what he did, he came to the school. He went to the school, and this paragraph tells about his experience, his internal conflict, which was going on in his mind about Samuel. So let's see what happened. Swami went to school feeling that he was the worst perjurer on earth. Perjurer meaning false witness. His conscience bothered him. He wasn't at all sure if he had been accurate in his description of Samuel. So now Swami was feeling that he is the false witness. How could he say such lies to the father? How could he say false thing about Samuel? And his conscience, it bothered him a lot. He felt very guilty, and he thought that whether he said true about Samuel or not, he was not at all sure. He was not confident that whatever he told about Samuel was right and it was correct, accurate. He couldn't decide how much of what he had said was imagined and how much of it was real. So he thought that whatever he said to his father about Samuel, the way he beats the children, makes them sit on the knees, and then the that ear twisted, and then after that the blood he canes to the boys until the blood comes out, and the smearing of the blood like a vermilion. So whatever he said to his father about Samuel, so he was doubtful, and he couldn't decide whether all of them were imaginary and how much he said it was real. He stopped for a moment on the roadside to make up his mind about Samuel. He stopped there and he thought about Samuel, that he was not such a bad man after all. Personally, he was much more genial than the rest. He now stood for a while. He stopped there and he thought that Samuel was not at all a bad person. Rather, personally, he was more gentle, more friendly, more pleasant than the rest of the teachers. Often he cracked a joke or two centering around Swami's inaction. So, personally, Samuel was not at all bad. He was very friendly and pleasant. He also made fun. He made jokes around Swami's inaction, and Swami took it as a mark of Samuel's personal regard for him. So, now again his mind is full of conflict, that he said so many bad things about, so much violent activities about Samuel, and now Samuel is not that bad. So personally he was more gentle, more genial than the other teachers. But there was no doubt that he treated people badly. So he wanted to justify himself. So he said, no, no, no. Samuel is a very bad person. He treats people badly. He skinned people's hands. Swami cast his mind about for an instant for this. So he just told to himself, no, Samuel is not at all a good person because he treated people very badly. He caned them, he punished them, he beats them. But suddenly, what happened? He thought. He just cast his mind about means he thought for an instance of this, thought for an example of this. But he didn't find any. There was none within his knowledge. He had never seen Samuel beating children or skinning or pulling out their skin. Rather, he found no example, no instance of this violent activity. There was none, there was no instance of Samuel's violence within his knowledge. Years and years ago, he was reputed to have skinned the knuckles of a boy in fourth standard and made him smear the blood on his face. So, this was the story which was prevalent among the boys. It was circulated among the boys. The children, they had heard about this story that there was a boy in the first standard and Samuel caned him so much that the blood came out and he made it smear on the face. But no one had actually seen it. It was only heard. But year after year, the story persisted among the boys. Swami's head was dizzy with confusion in regard to Samuel's character. So he stood for a while. He thought about Samuel. Personally, he found him very gentle, not at all bad. Rather, he made fun and he cracked jokes centering around Sami, but he wanted to find out some loopholes. So, and he remembered there was a story about Samuel that he has bitten a boy in first standard and he made him smear the blood on the face. But actually, nobody had seen it. And the story is persisted among the boys. Samuel's head was dizzy with confusion in regard to Samuel's character, whether he was good or bad, whether he deserved the allegations in the letter or not. Swami felt an impulse to run home and beg his father to take back the letter. But father was an obstinate man. So now Samuel was full of confusion. He couldn't decide about Samuel's character, whether he's good or bad, and whatever he told to his father, that whether he justifies that, and he thought about the consequences also, that he will be sent to jail, he will be suspended from the job. There was a certain feeling that he will run home and beg his father to take back the letter, but he can't do that. He knew that father was an obstinate man, father was a stubborn man. He will never listen to Swami. Let's see what happened next in the next class. Till then, you read the chapter, find out the difficult words, and you search the meaning of it in the dictionary if you have, and we will read the next part in the next class. Thank you.